Karibu sana, ma'am. We have got very interesting insights the past few days after we mentioned that there is a project called Ricori Estate, and a lot of people have been wondering what we have and what Ricori is. Maybe just a brief overview of what Ricori is, and just a small history on what exactly is Ricori and what does Ricori mean.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's something that I don't take it for granted. I thank God that I'm able to share. As you know, we as a family, we have always been looking at things that are progressive so that we can uplift the standards of the family and also be an example to our community to do things that will change the status of our people. And therefore, this is a legacy project of my late husband. 𝗠𝗺𝗃 had all along wished that we carry on this project to be able to bring in a new phase of development in 𝗚𝗺𝗃𝗏𝗀, particularly in areas of residential, and to be able to use it as to show people that yes, Masai people or the owners or the indigenous community guided and with people to sort of that they can copy from, there are ways of making use of the land, which is their biggest resource. So Ricori is Ricori Estate. For those of us who understand the Ma language, Ricori is leadership. It's the art of leadership. And that's why we have named the estate that we are putting up as Ricori. And it is because of the history behind it. This land, which is in the heart of Masai Land, was given to us, me and my late husband, by my late father, who was a chief. He was called Chief 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗶𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃, and he passed the land on to us. And we felt all along that this is a land that we can put a mark in his honor, and to be able to show that yes, we can put into the best use the way he wanted it when he passed on the land to us. Unfortunately, my late husband went to be with the Lord, but I had to carry on the legacy. And therefore, I am leading my children to be able to achieve what was planned all along. So we are doing the estate and calling it a leadership project, i.e. Ricori Estate.
Wow.
It's being done by a company called Sunsphere, which I am a director with my children. So we are the ones who are doing the project. And we pray that we would be able to live to the standards that were set. As you all know, he was somebody who had very high standards in every aspect of life, be it in leadership, be it in the way he manages his own day-to-day activities, be it in public life, even at home.
Yeah.
He never changed his standard. He always wanted everybody to live to the best, and that is one aspect that he instilled in us as a family. And therefore, I have an obligation, and one that I pray to God that I'll be able to live up to it, to do everything in the way that he would have done it himself. And therefore, that's why we are putting up this estate. We are bringing in any standards of residential living into Kajiado. such that being a county headquarters and you have somebody like a judge who will come into work at the High Court, he will not lack a decent and residential place to live in. If it is the factories that are around Kajiado, I'm sure they have their senior managers who are coming from elsewhere. We should provide for them residency, one that has standards, just like elsewhere. We've seen in Kajiado the mushrooming of universities and other institutions. I'm sure senior managers and directors of those institutions also would wish to have somewhere where their professors would have accommodation, and that is why we've taken up.
Yeah, that's quite a huge opportunity for anyone who definitely wants to acquire a beautiful space, because indeed it's a beautiful space. I have personally been there, and our viewers also see exactly how what you're talking about generally. And what do you think and how do you think the Ma community has been utilizing land for a long time? Because I believe, you know, this is a form of utilizing indigenous land. And the second question is, how best would you advise them to utilize their spaces?
I think for a long time, Masai community have really not come to the realization that the greatest resource that they hold is land. And yet it is going, because it is being sold without any proper use. And for a long time, we have all spoken to them that stop selling land, don't sell land. And yet the needs are there. You know, a family has children to take to universities, the livestock are cleared. Where else do they turn to if we keep telling them don't sell land? So to me, I think we should offer them solutions or alternatives of not selling land, of making use of the land when it is still in your hands. And that is what we are doing. To us, we are trying to offer an idea that don't sell the land, but turn it into some other income generating activity, like putting up estates, like leasing for some other use, or even going into a high level infrastructure, even if you partnering with the institutions like the ones that fund projects, and such that you retain the land, but you bring in development that will give you more money for a longer period, yet you still retain the land.
That's an interesting way, because they say Kajiado is one of the vast counties with very rich land, and land that can really be used to to grow crops, to take care of your cattle. And now we have a new strategy that our people can use, that is in going into real estate. What is so special about the Ricori project, and what is the Ricori project offering the potential homeowner that we are talking about?
Ricori is offering a decent residency gated community. One is going to be gated in fact the plan is already planned in such a way that it will be secure. We have it in 3 phases. The phase 1, which is 20 bungalow units of 3 bedrooms. Second phase is more or less the same. Third phase, a high rise, and fourth phase, a shopping mall.
Wow.
And it will, of course, we are going into it by faith, that people will buy the units off plan, so that we have funds to be able to revamp back into the project. So that is our plan. We are trying to bring in all the good ideas, wherever we can get them from. So like recycling water.
Wow.
One of our strong wishes, and we have already put in place, is that each unit will have a recycling system of water. So
Each house.
Wow. Each house. Already it is in place in the show house that we are showcasing tomorrow. It's already functional. So the biodigester works and cleans the water, and then it is passed underground into the lawns and the trees.
Wow.
We are trying to preserve the greenery. We have even avoided cutting any trees. Acacia trees.
You're not clearing the bushes.
We are not even cutting the acacia trees that are there.
Okay.
We want to preserve them the way they are. We are planting more indigenous trees. And of course a lot of greening on the lawns, and considering that we'll have water that will keep it green all the year round, you can just imagine how beautiful it's going to be. We are also going into solar. Each house we have put a system of solar. So there'll be a solar system, and already we've started by solarizing the street lights on the driveways. So all the street lights, all security lights, and even from common areas, they are all solar.
That's utilizing
renewable energy. Sure. So we don't want just to rely on electricity. We are going to secure the area with security, with gated and with one entry point where control of security is going to be there. We have a part of the development will have amenities like a swimming pool later, a daycare center. Of course, the shopping mall will come in the mall. We'll have a gym, you know. Wow. We are even inputting a running track. As you know, the late general was really fond of athletics, and that's one thing he did.
And keeping fit.
Wow. That's one thing he did it until his last day on earth. So we are trying to bring in any good ideas into Kajiado, so that somebody will not wish to go and live in Nairobi and come to work in Kajiado.
Someone will ask, the availability of water, and clean water. Already
we have 2 sources of water. We have the Kajiado Water Service that is already inside the estate, and already a functional borehole that supplies the water already. So we have it as a backup, and it is the one that we are using now.
And how far? What is the proximity of the project from the tarmac road? It's
so close to me. Once you turn in from the police station, the Kajiado police station, I think a kilometer or less.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so close.
A kilometer or less. Yeah.
So that's less than a kilometer from the main road to the project.
Yes.
I think that will be really nice. And lastly, maybe what will be your message to any person who would want to come and buy the property? Have you gone out with the prices and the modalities of purchasing?
Yes, we have. We have talked to financial institutions that may want to partner with people who may want to buy using mortgages. We want to open that area and let people in Kajiado be aware of different sources of funding. So we are even inviting people from Kenya Mortgages Authority the ones that really fund other institutions, and just bring the information so that people can know where they can get funds, maybe at a lower interest rates. We have also we are giving people a chance to deposit, to take ownership and do their first deposit. And once they do, we take it upon ourselves to finish up the unit for the person who has paid the deposit within the shortest time possible, and as they clear consecutively, as they clear their balances.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And we will be officially launching the Ricori projects at Kajiado. You will be following this conversation on Kajiado TV, and definitely this will be a conversation that will be going on throughout the month. It's your time to own a home. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. See you at the Ricori launch. Thank you.